Hello, everyone. Thought I'd do another walking scope this morning. It's you can see hi Gary, long time no see. It's just a little cool this morning. There's Erlene. There's my girls. It's a little cool this morning. We're just now getting daylight. There's my daughter. Hi, good to see you. I want you all. Oh, it's cold and raining. I came on this morning specifically for this morning because my great-grandson is due to be born today. My daughter's in here right now, and she can tell you what's going on. All I know is that my grandson's wife went into the hospital last night. The baby is due today. His name is going to be Sky Azure. So pray that she has a safe delivery. Oh my goodness! So we just pray that the delivery is a safe one. Yes, it is. My daughter's not really wanting to be a grandmother now at 40-some years old, but, it is what it is. It happens all the time. So, I don't know. Have you heard any more, sweetie, about it? Thank you, Gary. Have you heard any more? Because I know she's going to keep me abreast. Oh, my goodness, only 1 centimeter, so she's slow. And she doesn't want an epidural either, I guess, so... All right. Oh, thank you, Gary. I'm 72, so I've got 6 grandkids. So I've got 2 kids and 6 grandkids. So that's a good compliment. They're going to insert a balloon. Now, what does that balloon do? Because I don't know that much about it. What does that balloon do? Good morning. Because I know I only know about the epidural, but I don't know about the balloon. But she doesn't want an epidural. Oh, only softening the cervix. Okay. But she doesn't want an epidural because she would rather just not go that route. So she's going to have a lot of pain. She's got medical issues anyway. She's got few health problems. So we need to pray that the delivery goes smooth, and that baby comes out healthy. Healthy and happy. Because my grandson, he's anxious to have the baby. No Pitocin yet. Oh, really? I thought they would have given it to her by now. She's been in the hospital since last night. How long does it take before they give the Pitocin? I thought they would have given it already. It's something that... Because they didn't want her to go 40 weeks, I guess. She's high risk, and she's got some problems. So they decided they were going to put her in the hospital, and... her name is Kate. Okay, Kate. She's got preeclampsia. And her name, Kate, is spelled Kait. I've never seen it spelled that way, but you just say Kate and just pray for her. Her last name is Kate Evans. Now she's married to my grandson. So it's Kate Evans. So pray for her that she has a safe and healthy delivery. Because this will be her first one, of course. She's looking forward to it, but she's also scared. I think she's a little scared too, and that is to be expected because it's her first one. I know I was petrified too because I didn't know what to expect, and I'm sure she doesn't either. So my grandson has to take off work, and she has to take off work to have the baby, and yeah, they say she's got preeclampsia. And I'm not too sure about preeclampsia. I've heard of it, but I've never had it. I don't know what that is. I probably should as a mom, but I don't know what it is. So if somebody could explain it to me, because I never had it. I never had it with my kids. Come on, let's go. Oh, she's got the start of it. Oh, man. Well, I just hope that she gets through this without any problems, because I would hate for her to have problems, I know what it is. Hi, April. Good to see you. Welcome to everybody coming in, and thank you for coming in. This is a special one today. She had high blood pressure. This is a special walking scope today. Normally don't do them on Monday, but my grandson's wife is in the hospital, hopefully to give birth to her baby today. She's been in labor. She isn't very far along. But hopefully she'll have a safe delivery. It's going to be a boy. Their very first one, so they're really happy about it. I really can't picture my grandson being a father. I never could for the longest time, he didn't like girls. He wanted nothing to do with them. But when he met her, I guess he just fell in love. So, it was physical attraction, I guess. So now that they're married, well, now they raised it. I don't know how many kids they plan on having, but this is their first one. So she was due actually November 6th. Come on, girls, let's go. Carmen. She was due November 6th, but they didn't want her to go to full term. So they decided that she better have the baby now. And I think that's probably well and good, too, because I don't know how much more she could stand it, because she's probably like a balloon now as it is. She's uncomfortable, and she needs to get that baby out. So, oh, me too, a safe delivery. And I'm sure when my daughter, when Andrew's there and when she has the baby, she'll let me know. Oh, that's right. Today's Crystal's birthday. Yeah. Good. My niece's birthday is today, so so that would be nice to have her baby on Crystal's birthday. So yeah, I got to go in and wish her a happy birthday on Facebook. Thank you for reminding me, sweetie. I forgot about that. Anyway, we all hope for the best for her, because a child being born the first time is special. I know mine was, when my son was born, he was special because it was my very first one. I'm not saying they're not all special, but the first one is the most special, because that's the first one that and you really don't know what to expect. I know I didn't. I didn't know what to expect, but I got through it okay. Of course, I didn't have no epidural for any of my kids. They didn't have such stuff when I went into labor with my kids, because my daughter was born in 75, my son was born in 72. We didn't have that stuff back then. So I just bore the pain all the way through. But I was a person that I had very fast deliveries. I wasn't in labor too many hours and they were born. Hi, Captain Rehab. Good to see you. I'm trying to keep these dogs in line this morning. They're not wanting to walk very good. But so I really had popped them out fast. I wouldn't be in labor too long and out the babies would come. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I was lucky, Erlene. Not everybody can be that lucky. Let's cross over, girls. Not everybody can be that lucky. That's true. Some people are in labor for hours. I know my niece, or my sister-in-law, when she gave birth to my very first oldest niece, she was in labor 36 hours before she finally had her. Oh, you were in labor 13? I wasn't in labor very long at all. Just a few hours and out the babies came. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tilly. That's wonderful. Yeah, we need to keep Kate in our prayers, because, with her having problems and never having a baby before, she's anticipating the birth, but I think she's also scared because she doesn't know what to expect, and the pain isn't going to be so intense right now, but the pain is really going to get bad. By the time you get halfway through 5-6 centimeters, the pain is so unbearable you can't hardly stand it. So I'm hoping and praying that she gets through it all right, and she goes without having her epidural, But I think everything will go okay. But hi, good to see you. Welcome. I think everything will go okay, but still, it doesn't hurt to pray, because you know what they say? Prayer changes things, and it certainly does. It changes things for the better sometimes. So we got to pray for her and Andrew. It's Kate and Andrew. They're going to be the parents. And I just hope that the baby is healthy and happy. And I'm sure you had no choice to go without it. Yeah, see, you had no choice. Well, see, you were going with a C-section. I'm just hoping that Kate doesn't have to have a C-section at the very end. If she doesn't progress very, very, very much, she probably will. And that's true. I didn't either, because they didn't have epidurals at the time I was pregnant with you and your brother. I didn't have no epidural, because they just didn't have, there was no such thing. So thank goodness you guys were born healthy, and my pregnancy was not too bad, and my labor and delivery was fantastic. Oh, wow. At preeclampsia at 24 weeks. Now, I don't know how long Kate's had preeclampsia. My daughter would probably know more than me, but I don't know how long she's had preeclampsia. But she's got that to deal with now, and that's the hardest part, is dealing with the preeclampsia when she's ready to give birth like that. So, yeah, for right now. I'm going to go back to them again, but I'm not for right now. I'm going to try to do walking scopes and oh, she's had a few weeks. Come on, Carmen. No, I'm standing here. I got to get Carmen back around. No, you go this way. You go behind me. There we go. So she's only had preeclampsia a few weeks. Anyway, the cooking scopes, I will do some more later. It's just been so hot. Now that it's cooling down, I'll start going back to. But I'm not saying I'm going to do them every day, because when I did them every day, that was just a little bit too much. So I've got to cut back on them, and I'd rather do these or the Christian scopes or the knitting and crochet scopes. She sure is. She is in the best place possible, because they can monitor her. They can monitor her, and that's a good thing. Be able to monitor her and watch if she's having any complications, which we got to pray that she doesn't have complications. So not that I'm for Halloween. These people really decorate for Halloween. Look at this. And they really don't realize this. It's a boy. It's a boy. His name is going to be Sky Azure. Why they picked that name, I don't have any idea. Where they come up with that name, I have no idea. But that's an unusual name for a boy, Sky. I would name that for a girl, but not a boy. But, that's the name they had picked out regardless of whether it was going to be a boy or a girl. So, yep, it's going to be a boy. It's my first great-grandchild. Don't know how many more great-grandchildren I'll have, but I'll have one at least. So, because he's the oldest grandson that I have. So my other ones are not, old enough to have children yet. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Hi, Tony. Good to see you. Welcome. So, you're right. Oh, they're Scottish. Oh, she's at either Lutheran or Methodist hospital. You're not sure? Oh, okay. Okay. I wondered about that. So, it must be a pretty good sized hospital. Is that one of the hospitals that she works at, sweetie? Because I know she works at the hospital. It would be... Oh, not sure. Okay. That would be something if she's in the hospital where she works, because she knows everybody there. So, but I have, like I've explained to people before. Yeah, back in the back, yeah, the apples. Oh, is it? Scott is a popular name for in the UK. I wouldn't doubt that. Oh, yes, it's an apple tree. Yeah. I kind of lost my train of thought anyway, but I'm just hoping that she has a safe delivery. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I've had all my kids in the hospital. Some of the nurses were okay and some weren't. It just depends. You wonder about some of them. I just don't understand some of these nurses. Like when I had my second daughter that died at birth, they were not very good nurses at all. I mean, the doctor was really horrible. Oh, the balloon is to help her dilate. That makes sense, yeah. Because it sounds like she's not going to dilate very fast. And I was kind of afraid of that. It's only at 1%. Maybe they'll give her the Pitocin too, because that should help her go faster. Because I heard that it does, but since I never had Pitocin, I don't know much about it. But I do know from what I've read that it gives that does go faster, but it's a lot more painful than if you have a baby on your own without Pitocin. See, I never had Pitocin, but you couldn't prove it by me because it was so painful. I would have never known the difference. It was really painful. Horrible. I mean, with both my kids, in fact, I think Ellen too, but at least my son and my daughter, I had back pain with both of them. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's awful. Wow. Did that aneurysm happen because of the birth? That's terrible. Oh, man. She's not even going to be around for that baby. That baby's not going to be baby sees mother. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, my goodness. Oh, or is it the mother or is it the baby that died? But anyway, I wanted to come in here and let you guys know that I do have a great grandson coming. He's on his way. May have to wait all day for him. You know, I'm just gonna keep hoping and praying that he's born before the end of the day. You know, if she doesn't progress any further, they could easily send her home. You know, they could easily send her home if she doesn't progress. But hopefully, once they get their Pitocin, she'll progress and she'll be fine. So, yeah. We hope the baby's healthy. Absolutely. That's the main part of the whole thing. We want a healthy baby out of it. Has all his fingers and all his toes. You know, he has nothing wrong with his system, you know, that he's, you know, he has no heart problems or anything like that. You know, that's kind of scares me that she's got health problems, that the baby might have them too, but not necessarily. So just hope and pray that, because they're both anxious. Oh, brought her in over to thin her cervix out. Oh, I'm sure their cervix. Yeah, because see, she wasn't quite there yet. Oh, then the Pitocin. Yeah, she wasn't quite there yet, since they told her to come in early because they didn't want her to go the full 40 weeks. She has about 2-3 weeks to go, so it probably would have thinned out if they left her to go the full time. But I guess if I'd be her, I'd be wanting to get it over with as soon as possible. Because I know what it was to carry my kids during the summer months. It was miserable, just miserable, especially with my son. Oh my goodness, I carried him during the summer months. Of course, I carried my daughter during the summer months too. But oh my goodness, it was terrible to have to deal with the summer and being hot and being pregnant. Oh, I don't wish that on anybody. I'll tell you that right now. I really don't. It was not pleasant at all. But you know, my kids are healthy and they're happy. Hi, sis. Good to see you. I wonder where everybody went. Y'all left me. There you come back. Welcome back to those that are coming back, Erlene, and those that are just coming back in. But I'm just so thankful that, you know, I'm kind of healthy. You know, sure, I get colds. Oh, I'm doing great. You'll have to watch the replay, but I was telling everybody that my great-grandson is due to be born today. She's in the hospital right now. She hasn't had the Pitocin yet that I know of. They put a balloon in there to thin her cervix out. She's only about 38 weeks or so. They didn't want her going the full time because of preeclampsia. So she went in the hospital last night, and they live in Iowa. So my daughter will find out about the baby being born before I will, but she'll let me know as soon as she hears. Because my grandson will contact her because he's up there with her, and I can imagine it's kind of frightening for him to have to watch her go through all the pain. Of course, she's not in a lot of pain yet, but when she is in a lot of pain, it's gonna be scary for him to watch her go through all that pain, and she's gonna be hurting. She's gonna be crying because I know how it is. Man, it's no fun. Birth is no fun at all. And they say there's no pain greater than that of childbirth. Well, I can kind of agree with that since I've been through it 3 times. I kind of know that childbirth is pretty rough. He said he's ready to leave with a few broken fingers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can imagine. Holding her hand, yeah, she'd be breaking his fingers for sure. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness. Well, I remember when you were pregnant and you with Andrew and you were in labor. Your dad was on one side of you and I was on the other side. We took her hand and boy, she started pushing in my hand, and I thought I was gonna get some broken fingers then too, because it was her first one, and she was really in a lot of pain, but she got through it, you know. And she had to have two, my daughters had to have two C-sections with the youngest two. The first two, she didn't have to have a C-section. She managed to have them natural. But with Christian and Tristan, she had to have a C-section. So, but I guess I'm fortunate that I never had. You nearly broke your fingers? Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? But they have to have something, Of course, when I was in labor with my daughter, who's in here, when I felt the pain coming on, because it came from the back, and when I felt the pain coming on, I would just grab a hold of the bed and just hang on, because it started in my back and came around the front, and I felt it coming. I just grabbed hold of the rails on the bed and just hung on and just yelled. I yelled, and the lady down the hall yelled, because we were both having babies around the same time. In fact, she had her baby boy first before my daughter was born. We got to see each other's babies, and we got to visit each other, so it was nice. That's true. And you didn't, back then you did not have the babies in the same room either. Now, you have the babies in the same room. Keep the baby with you. I mean, I was in the room, and I had to go to delivery room. Did I have the same doctor? Well, for my son and daughter, no, because I was in a different place for my son. I was in Indiana for both of them, but Columbia City for my son, he had a different doctor than I had for my daughter. I had a different doctor for her. I had a Dr. Hagenow for her, and for Ellen, I was supposed to have Dr. Hagenow, but he was gone. So Dr. Smith took over for him. He was on call for him, and I wish he hadn't been, because I didn't care for Dr. Smith. Same doctor as the lady down the hall? I'm not really sure. It's possible. We could have had to have Dr. Hagenow. But the doctor I had when I was pregnant with my son, he of course lived in a house across from the hospital, and he had gone home. And when he went home, my water broke. And here my mother-in-law, she was running down the hall trying to find a towel to wrap around me because I was so cold because my water broke. She's telling the nurses, my daughter-in-law's water broke. You better come and give her something. No, so she was, bless her heart, she was very, very good at that. And of course, at that time, I had no ultrasound or anything, so I did not know what I was having. So it was a surprise to me when I had him. But he had just gone home, and they called him back within 5 minutes because I was ready to deliver. And the thing of it was, no, Captain Rehab. That was a long time ago when I was pregnant with my son. My water broke for both of my kids in the labor room. Like I said, labor and delivery pretty much in the same room now, but at the time I had my kids, they were in a different room. Labor was in one room and delivery was in another. So, but my water broke for my son, and within 5 minutes the doctor came back and they got me ready for delivery, and then out he came. So it didn't take very long, and he was so cute. Of course, most babies are. He was so cute that he looked like a girl, and everybody kept asking, "Is that a girl?" And I says, "No, no, she's not. I've got the thing I use for dogs. It's not the doggy don't, so she won't bark. So you can see she's walking. She's just looking. Come on, Carmen. She's just looking. She knows she's not supposed to bark back. Anyway, my son was born pretty fast. I went in labor about 9 o'clock. I think it was on a Monday night. I think it was. And he was born at 5 o'clock the next morning. Because my mother-in-law took me to the hospital, and she stayed with me the whole time, because at that time, my husband was working. Yeah, he was. He was really bald. He didn't have any hair. You had more hair than he did. Yours was a little darker. He had real light hair, but he didn't have a lot of it, so he was bald. He got hair now, though. And he's got gray hair and a goatee. But he was a pretty good baby, you know. But my daughter was a real good baby. That I swear she slept all day long. Yeah, he's losing his hair. Yeah, he is losing his hair. You're right, sweetie. He's got a receding hairline right now, and he's losing his hair. For those that have seen my church scopes with him preaching, you can see he's got a receding hairline. But I don't know what I was going to say, but anyway, he was a cute baby. But my daughter, after I had her and I brought her home, I swear that girl slept and slept and slept. Yes, you did. You slept, and I had to keep going to your crib to make sure you were okay because you never woke up. She was a good baby, and she wasn't a demand feeder. I didn't have to feed her just when she wanted, you know, could keep her on schedule. My son there was different. Wow, that's pretty fast. Like I said, I went into labor with my son at 9 o'clock at night, and the next morning at 5 o'clock a.m. he was born. 5 or 5:30, something like that, he was born. So, yeah, that is quick. But with my daughter, Laura, I walked back and forth oh, thank you. God bless you too. But with my daughter, Laura, when it's in here, I walked back and forth in the room with her. You know, I felt the pain coming on, and I just kept walking the floor and walked and walked and walked. And my husband kept saying, "You want to go to the hospital?" I said, "No, we better wait, because you don't want to go to the hospital until about 5 minutes apart or even closer." So I got to the point where it was so close I couldn't hardly stand it. And I'll tell you one thing. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. When I got to the hospital, we were going to the hospital, I was in so much pain in that front seat of that car. I couldn't wait till we got there because it was terrible. I was hurting so bad. I'm doing this scope, Linda, because good to see you too. My great grandson is being born today. She's in the hospital right now. My grandson's wife, ready to have her baby. Let me pick this up. I gotta pick her leash up. I dropped it. She's ready to have her baby. So she's kind of progressing very slowly, though. She's got preeclampsia, so they decided that they were going to put her in the hospital early, and yeah, we do. We hope she had. And those of you that just came in, his name is going to be Sky Azure. It's a boy, and they are looking forward to it. You know, they've got everything they need for it. My daughter and I even got them some stuff. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. I made some stuff for the baby. My daughter made some stuff. We both bought stuff for the baby. So I think they're pretty well supplied with everything that they need. So, yeah, I think you're right. They could not handle the pain. It's hard enough for us to handle. Hi, good to see you. It's hard enough for us to handle the pain, but could you imagine if they had to try to handle the pain? They couldn't do it. They need to go in our shoes for once and see what it's like to have children. I tell you, some of these guys would think twice before they would have child upon child upon child, like the Duggars having that many kids. He didn't think about her when, of course, she wanted kids too, but my goodness, have to go with that many kids. You know, it's terrible to have to have that many kids. You know. Oh yeah, they do. They complain about getting cold. How would they be if they were in the labor with a child? Oh my goodness. Oh, I've been around. I just don't do that many scopes now. Oh, yep. Yep, you're right. Your children didn't hurt? Oh, that's awesome. You know, I had pains with all my kids. I had 3 kids. I lost one of them. I had pains with all 3 of them. But you know something? I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. Would not trade them. Sure, my son can get mad at me sometimes, but I still wouldn't trade him for all the tea and cheddar. My daughter either. You know, I miss seeing her, but we talk every day on the phone. It's almost like being there. Yeah, they do. You know, and they call us the weaker sex, which maybe in some instances we are. But when it comes to having babies, We have to stay strong. I don't think a man could do it. If a man had to give birth to a child, they just couldn't do it. They wouldn't know the first thing about it. They sure wouldn't. So I'm just kind of glad that God didn't set it up that way, because I don't think the men could handle it, to tell you the truth. I don't really think they could. They wouldn't want to. Good morning. You're looking for a new husband, huh? Well, I'm divorced, but I'm not looking for anybody, and I'm doing fine just the way I am. I learned to cope without anybody, Yeah, you're right. In the first stage, yep. Yep, you're right. In the first stage, they couldn't even make it past the first stage. They would say, "Get me out of here." I'd say that's what they would do. They would say, "Get me out of here." Yeah, you're right, Early, and they would just put it off. It's true. They would just put it off, and it's just crazy. Well, I don't know about that, but you got a shot in your eye, Linda. I know you were in the hospital, so I hope you're doing good. I'm at my front door now. How can I send you a message? Do you have Messenger? Because I'm on Messenger. Just look for me on Messenger. Okay, I'm at my front door now, so I may come in later. Oh yes, they are beautiful. That tree there just needs a lot of trimming. You get the shot in your eye. These trees need to be trimming. My neighbor, right there, their trailer, they cleaned up my backyard for me and got it in. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. And they got it all cleaned out for me, and they cleaned out my flower beds here, and they cleaned everything out here, and getting my place ready for winter. No, I'm not. I don't have any such thing. So I'm on Messenger only. So if you have Messenger, you can message me there. And is that your same name on Twitter? Just send me a friend request. So anyway, I'm at home. I'm going to go in the house now. And I may come back later to do a scope. I decided on the blanket to do a corner-to-corner blanket for Alex. So it's coming along pretty fine. I'm over 20-some rows. I don't know how 114 is going to be enough, but I'll just keep going anyway, see what it's going to do. But anyway, I may come in later to show you what the corner-to-corner blanket looks like. But I hope that you all have a blessed and wonderful day. And until we meet again, take care. God bless you, and bye-bye.